So this is the Noni fruit to make the Noni juice. This is the plant that I got it from. So I cut the fruit, the Noni fruit, into medium-sized parts, and I placed it inside of this container, and I allowed it to stand for 14 days. Now there are some people who allow it to stay for 30 days and even more, and sometimes they even put it in sunlight. But I didn't really like that procedure. This procedure works for me. Yes, this is day 2 of the process of making the juice from the Noni plant. Some of it is turning black. So this is day 2. We already have some liquid collecting. So we're going to allow it to stay, as we said, for 14 days. But this is day 2. Days progress, what really is happening. Okay, so today is day 6 of the process of getting the juice from the Noni plant. Today is day 6. Now observe that the color of the liquid that is collecting looks a little more brown today. And the other thing is, when you smell, if you try to smell the top of the lid, it will have a kind of fruity smell. Before the first day, the smell was more it kind of had a bad odor, like almost like something that was rotting, like poop or something. But as of today, it smells more like fruity because it is turning, there is more of a little alcohol that is forming. So today is day 6, and you can actually see the changes that are taking place. You have more liquid, the color of the liquid changing more, and the actual meat, the meaty part of the Noni fruit, it is getting softer, it is changing more, it is getting more like it is turning from more solid to liquid kind of appearance. So that's the equipment I have there. This is the same as the Noni that we had fermenting. This is an aluminum bowl here. That's a little bottle I'm going to use to put the Noni, and this is a sieve here. So that's the equipment I'm going to use for that situation now. Okay, so today is day 14 of the process, and if you can observe carefully, you will see there is a big difference in the amount of liquid that you have there now. It is more than half the total amount of stuff that we had. So you can see how a lot of the Noni has liquefied. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do next is to try to actually get it ready to use, and I'm going to demonstrate that soon. Alright, so I do not have a funnel, so I have taken this disposable cup, cut a hole through it, and I'm going to use it as a funnel. So Ambassador, help me, Ambassador, to do that. Come and drop that in that point, please. Just open that. Yeah. So I just try to drop the liquid part in there. So let me see. How comes I'm seeing it? Alright, go down. So we filtering we just allowing the liquid part to go down as much as we can get. Okay, stop now. And then I'm going to put it in the basin for me. Put the rest in the basin. Just open it up. You say it's smelling like rum. It's smelling like wine because it fermented. Now I'm going to use my hand to kind of crush that. My hand was washed. I'm the one that's going to be using it, so I can do that. I clean my hands. But whoever it is that is going to follow this procedure, you will decide whether or not you want to use gloves or some other thing, but I'm using my hand. Wow, that's smelling really much just like rum, man. That's smelling just like rum. Just like rum. Because it went through the fermentation process. And fermentation is the conversion of sugar into alcohol. And so that's what we had here. So. Ambassador, take another thing like that for me, please. What? No, that thing, how you call it? The basin. Another aluminum basin. So I'm just crushing this thing there with my hand. And right now the smell, it has a smell of like rum or wine or something like that, because as you know it has alcohol. So Ambassador, come and do that for me, please. Just take the hold the funnel for the sieve. Hold it over that clean thing. Normally there are people who leave that fermentation process for like months before they actually get the liquid out of it for them to use. And sometimes what they do is, as I have this thing, as I had it in this container there, I had it in a house. But some people will actually put it outside to get sunlight. But I didn't go through that procedure with the sunlight. I didn't really want to do it like that. So hold that on top of that for me. Alright, so now I'm going to bring it closer. And I'm going to try to squeeze the juice out of that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the last drop. So all of these things are very good to use because they can protect your health. They can help to maintain your good health. But what happens is people are moving away from the traditional herbs and the traditional plants. And then when they get sick, they go to pharmaceutical drugs. Whereas the herb is for the healing of the nation. And a lot of these pharmaceutical drugs that they use is Africa and the Caribbean. They went to and asked them what they use for headache. They take the plants, they extract the chemicals out of it, and they find out what the real active ingredients are that do they work, and they mass produce in their factories. And we continue to buy from them, whereas we have the plant there for the healing of the nation, you see. So that's why I tell you, you need to do push-ups and things like that, boss. Because you don't have strength. You play in sports, you need to be stronger than that. You don't have strength. Now I need to get another way of doing that. I will use a piece of cloth to really wring it out. Okay. So we'll just now put that in that now. Just put turn it over. Yeah, just put all of it in. Let's check now. Oh. So. Pull it up for me. Just pull it up. I did not even remember that I had the liquid there. Pull it up. Pull it up and yeah. Put the other thing down. Pull it up and just squeeze it now. Right, squeeze it for me. Right. So you see, you're getting more now still. You see how muscle is important? You playing cricket and you're not doing no push-ups. I never see you doing no push-ups, nothing. It's only when you go on the field you're doing push-ups or whatever. That is why we can't get good quality players. You can't say you want to be a sportsman and you're not. I never see you run to go nowhere. I never see you do no push-ups. And you're talking about you're a sportsman. You have to run. You have to live here by yourself without the coach, without nobody, and just run to find or run to reach for run somewhere. Those push-ups. You can't be the same size as everybody else and say you're a sportsman. Yeah, that's going on well. That's going on well. That's going on well. So these are the things that we need to be doing, people. Process our own medication. Prevention is better than cure. The herb is for the healing of the nation, man. Noni is one of the things that fight against cancer cells. Nowadays you're hearing all this cancer moving around the place. So you have to be using the plants that you have, that you know that are effective against those things, so that you protect yourself from those things. You know, the people of old were wiser. They were always using them kind of medication. Alright, so we'll just keep that. Just show that for the rest of the part that's in the residue, just throw away the residue. Now when you're doing in science, that is residue, and the thing that fall inside is the filtrate. So just throw the residue away. Yeah, you can throw it in the bin. Okay. So what we're going to do, since we may have some particles, we may have some big particles in that one still, because of the way it was. Just put it to dry there for me. Put it to dry in the sun. Alright. Okay. So now what we're going, just watch that for me, please. Watch that other thing. Look it, boss. So just watch that. Take some water through it. And Ambassador, you have to move faster when you're doing things. I'll have to bring you often to the work with me, man, because you just move too slow. I have to train you. Okay, so I'm going to the same the filtrate there. I'm going to filter it with that again. So just throw it through that for me. I'm trying to get rid of this whatever solid that is in it. Alright, that should be good. Perfect. Let me put that in there. Perfect. Alright. So then now we're going to put that part in the first set. So I hold that here and just drop it through like we did a while ago. Alright, that's good, very good. So here it is, people. This is the Noni here. I've gotten the juice. This is what you call the Noni juice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of that a day. 1 teaspoon of the Noni juice